Narmadehar. On this morning we have left from Semlet, which is one of the hamlet in Sulpaneshwar forest. From here we will go to Bhabri, crossing through Maharashtra border. It's one of those ancient paths that I have been speaking about, where at one point I am certain that Lord Shiva must have walked or stayed or spoken with Mata Bhagwati, Mata Parvati. Because it's just across few, maybe 80 kilometers further on, that's where Sulpaneshwar Tirth was there. While coming across, as I was speaking, that we had been going through really literally deep, dense Sulpaneshwar, these small hilly tops. One thing that came across while I was walking is that I asked every kids who were coming to receive some candies or some chocolates or whatever. I asked them why they are not at the school. This was also the question that was asked by Lala Ramji, who's walking with us. And he was constantly asking to kids that why you haven't gone to school. There was one answer which lots of kids gave, that the teachers are not there. But there was second answer, that school is very far. While leaving from Semlet, I met the Sarpanch ji, who's just beside me. And I asked him one question, since he is Sarpanch from here, that why there is not high school or higher secondary school, or where is higher secondary school? Sarpanch ji said, Solanki ji, that school is 40 kilometers far from here. Of course, if in this sort of situation, if the school is that far, it is impossible for kids to go there. And if kids are not going there, of course they will not receive any kind of formal education. That is part of our system. And education is one right that everyone has to receive. This is very old Parikrama Path, very old circumvallation path of Mother Narmada. In these places, it's very essential that people are receiving every kind of education, spiritual education, ecological education, but at the same time formal education, where they can receive the education that this nation has to give to every future kids. I'm not sure why the schools, high schools are not there. There might be many kind of reasons, but one thing is for sure, that in this Parikrama Path where the whole nation is walking, so whole nation is also receiving one notion, that the schools are not here. The situation of kids is very pathetic, poor. Poor in the sense of, if they are not receiving education, probably they will not be able to fulfill the commitment of their life that this Parikrama Path has to provide to them. They are seeing people walking, understanding that there is some holiness of Mother Narmada. But in their life, still that holiness hasn't gone deep down. That holiness stops where they come and say Narmadehar and receive some candies. But they have not received the kind of holiness that Mother Narmada flows in this nation. This nation's one of the most prosperous, spiritual and divine river is. But living beside that divine river, education will be one of the most essential part of them. I wish that Parikrama Vasi, as well as every living embodiment of devotee of Mother Narmada, would certainly ask to everyone that why the high school or high secondary school is not there. Basic education is one of the most essential right of every kid of this nation. If that education I haven't received, probably I would not be able to walk on this holy Parikrama Path. I was blessed that I received that education. I wish that every other kid receives that education, thus they can walk on this holy path of Mother Narmada. Narmadehar.